Greetings, I'm Kevin Tangreen, the Techno Ninja, and this is my game room and retro computer room. This is my shelf where I keep a few things, odds and ends. I got my Commodore 64 boxed, some of the card games for the different cartridge systems, television 2. I also have a television 1, but I prefer the television 2. Much better design. This is the Atari 130XE that I got from a friend in Canada. Really love this computer. It's got a great programming language, great sound and video. What I do is I run this one through the composite video on my TV here, which has a built-in VHS.
Nice.
For recording. I'd like to get a wood grain TV. I think that would be nice, match everything. Next to the television is my Coleco Adam. Really unique system. Power supply is located in the printer. It was released in 1982 with the goal of being a $600 computer that was all in one. You got a printer, a computer for the for the price of basically the Commodore 64, but it ended up being $700, closer to $800 by the time they got it, and it was buggy. The system would erase the tapes.
What are you gonna do? Play video games for a living?
If you delete and okay, yeah.
That was on his other computer. Don't worry about that.
I got the next to my Atari computer is Atari's first game system, the 2600. This is the 1980 model. I think if I had a heavy sixer, I wouldn't be playing it every day, but we play this system quite a lot. You know, a lot of great titles. Very fun system. We'll talk about this one later. I'm gonna review every system I own in later videos. This is the Odyssey 2. Not much to say about this system. Released in '78. I don't think it could have been better. You know, I think they were trying to market it as a computer, but it's really not a computer. It's a game system. This is my pride and joy right here. This is my Apple II Platinum Edition. Has a hard drive, and I'll show you how that works real fast. What I did was I installed it on the SCSI card in port 7, and in port 6 or slot 7, and then slot 6 is disk drive. So what I'll do is I'll boot up the ProDOS on the hard drive, and I can pretty much navigate. And DOS 3.0 programs really don't want to run from a hard drive, but most ProDOS programs will. And if you do still want to use a floppy disk, because most programs will only run from floppy, you need to just hit the slot number, and it'll boot that on the dual drive here. And there you go. It's simple as that. This is a really neat computer. We'll probably talk about this in more detail. Next, over here on the other side of the room, I have my PC. This is Compaq Desk Pro. This is the original Desk Pro, the Model 1. This is the 8086. This runs at 8 megahertz, which was faster than the IBM PC. So Compaq made a better PC than IBM did. Of course, you know, then Compaq became part of HP, and well, how that went. Above that is a Compaq 433S. This is a 486SX. This is my main DOS gaming computer, because I have both the 5 and the 3.5, and I don't really need a CD-ROM for, DOS games. And this will run pretty much everything from early stuff like Rogue all the way to Doom and Wolfenstein. So it's good enough. Definitely good enough for DOS gaming. Next we have the Macintoshes. And I have the G3. I think this is the 1998 model. And this pretty much handles most of the gaming for OS 6 through OS 9. I decided to put OS 9 on here instead of OS X, just because we mostly run games on here. Next to that is a Macintosh Classic. This one has 4 megabytes of RAM, and I think I'm running 7.55. And I must keep this for black and white games, black and white computer, black and white games. And last but not least is my Commodore 64, and I have I use a third-party Accelerator Plus drive because it's smaller, takes up less room than the 1571, and it basically is just a 1571 in a smaller case. Above that is a clone of, I forget the number, but this is a clone of Commodore's 3.5 floppy, and I think this is a bigger, this one supports more formats than the Commodore version, and I think it's a little bit faster. This printer is actually the printer sold with the Commodore 16, but it's the only printer I have, so I use it with my Commodore 64. This is the breadbox version, and I do also have the more modern version, but this one doesn't fit as well on the desk. And for my Commodore, I have my Data Master, and this is a clone of the QualiPad, and it's definitely not as good. It's really cheap drawing pad. Various controllers. This is a great controller for the Commodores. Works really good with Commodore and Atari also. Underneath that is the software for my 8-bits. Most of this is for Commodore. Role-playing, I love role-playing games, so most of this is role-playing games. Underneath that is more software. Never can have enough 5.5 floppies. And software for my Apple. Oh, and just thought I'd show you a little demo. I love demo scene. Most of these discs in this box, this is all demo discs. I love demos, and this is a really neat one. Well, that concludes our video, and I'm glad you watched. And I'd like to see everybody else's collection, so post your videos. Show me what kind of computers you're interested in, and what got you started in computers, and I'll try to make some more videos here. Enjoy your computers, and this is Techno Ninja signing out. Thank you very much.
And I am the director.
Yay!
Done.